They are members of two mega pop groups that have sold more than 160 million albums around the world, and now they have teamed up to create what we're calling the greatest boy band bromance in music history.
Yeah.
Yes, that is what we're calling it. Of course, we're talking about Nick Carter and Jordan Knight, and the fellas just happen to be here with us today. Welcome to Emotional Mojo, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
So happy to have you.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we just say, I mean, seriously, this is like, do you guys do anything alone ever?
Barely. Yeah, we're kind of codependent. No,
No, I mean because of the crowd and the pomp and circumstance going on.
No,
here.
we're lucky to have some of the most amazing fans in the world.
Yeah.
We really have a lot of them, and we're even after these many years.
Yeah.
I don't think you need introduction, but just in case people know, Nick, I mean, Backstreet Boys, almost 20 years. Jordan with New Kids on the Block, almost 30 years.
Whoa.
I mean, are you guys just amazed that people, they still hold this huge place in their heart for both groups? Really?
Yeah, we're like,
We're just lucky guys, you know. When we came out, we sang these beautiful songs to, you know, the young girls and just kind of impressed, you know, put an impression on them, and we keep doing shows and coming back and singing those songs and doing new songs and new material, and you know, luckily for us, our fans just keep coming back. And
Everybody's grown with you guys.
They've grown, yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about our fan base, that like we're kind of all growing together, growing up together. It's really beautiful.
You had a funny little smirk on your face watching these videos. What do you think when you guys watch these?
No, it's just because I can relate to when I see their videos, and then I, you know, look back at what we've gone through. There's so many similarities, and so that's why when we're on stage together, you know, we see eye to eye, you know, and it's like, it's a really magical experience when we're performing together.
You guys seem to really have fun together too. Just seeing you here around the studio.
That's the thing, is like, you know, when people come to see the show, they're like, you guys like just click so well together. You know, you have such great chemistry, and it's really true. We have a blast on stage, and it's just a lot of fun.
So you guys, you both had successful solo careers, and then Nick, the New Kids got back together, and then you guys teamed up with Backstreet Boys. You had the tour.
Yeah.
I mean, how was that? What was it like with the two groups together?
I mean, it was a lot of fun.
It was like a powder keg in those arenas.
It really was, yeah. I mean, under the stage, we were, I mean, no matter where we were, I mean, it was like a big family of brothers just like having a party all the time, you know, behind the scenes.
I don't even want to know what that tour bus would have been like.
It was a crack up, you know. It's a lot of testosterone. That's why we called the stage the...
Yeah.
You know, it is. If you go back, it looked like something.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, so...
It was shaped a particular way.
Let's talk about what you guys are doing now together, because it's interesting, because Jordan, you're a little bit kind of R&B. Nick, you're a little more rock and pop. I mean, what made you guys decide to team up together and mesh?
This is the thing, I think people think of Nick as maybe pop rock, but he sings R&B really, really well.
Yeah.
And I knew that going in, and just being on the tour and seeing him on stage and knowing what he does and what he could do, you know, I just knew it would be a great matchup for us to...
Did you guys know that ahead of time? Like, while the two bands were on tour, did you both kind of have an inkling, like, maybe we should...
We actually, in Orlando, had written music together, and we crossed paths a numerous amount of times. And, you know, by that time, that one time that we did actually write music together, we kind of knew that, wow, we were able to figure out what we were like together, like, in a creative environment.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. So let's talk about the album then, the style, the sound. I mean, how do you guys decide? You're two creative forces. You've both been in the business a while. I mean, how do you collaborate and still be friends at the end of the day?
I think, well, I think music is all about a feeling, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter, like, what genre you're going for, as long as it really feels good. If you listen to the album, there's actually different genres. There's like a pop rock song, there's an urban song, there's, you know, a throwback kind of late 70s disco R&B vibe. There's just a lot of different genres on the album, but the one thing is they all feel really good, and they feel really natural with both of us singing on them.
Well, earlier I called you guys a man band, and that's, I didn't coin that term, okay? Let's talk about man band versus boy band. I mean, how have things changed for you guys artistically and as celebrities, I mean, over the years?
Well, I mean, I think that artistically, I mean, we've grown. You know, I think we've learned a lot of things, and I think it's great being in a man band, being considered a man versus a boy, because as a man you can do the things you want to do, you know, make choices and take your career and lead it in the direction that you want to go
it's
in,
your say.
versus being in a boy band, so to speak.
Right.
So, you know.
What about celebrity-wise?
Celebrity, I don't know. I think, you know, we're more mature, maybe more mellow, and we kind of don't take ourselves as seriously, but we take our work seriously.
Yeah.
Another difference is, I would say, social media. Back in the day, there wasn't Twitter. We couldn't just say something to our fans, you know, to all of our fans.
Isn't that amazing?
And, yeah, it's really great, especially for people like us who have, you know, dedicated fan bases. You know, we don't need to go through the gatekeepers and the media to reach our fans. We could just reach them, you know, instantly.
Well, speaking of social media, you guys recreated some old school poses on your social media recently, and I am loving these. Remember Teen Beat and Tiger Beat and all those? Come on. Look how good that is.
Nick nailed it. Nick nailed it.
If you guys could go back, what do you think you'd tell your younger selves? Any advice or anything?
You know, like a lot of people say that, and you know, you think, oh, would you want to change the course that you were on? I mean, we might not have ended up together, you know, in these seats, you know, performing on this amazing tour or all the things. So I'd be like, just enjoy it all over again.
Yeah.
It's all a learning experience,
Exactly.
you know. You learn from it all, the mistakes and the triumphs and everything else. So
yeah, that's what life's all about.
Wouldn't change it.
Something really cool with New Kids on the Block recently got the Hollywood Walk of Fame a star.
Yeah.
Pretty emotional. I mean, tell us about that. What was that experience like, getting the star?
Well, man, it was touching. It just all of us together. You know, we brought our producer Maurice Starr, who's in the background, Arsenio Hall, who introduced us to the world, introduced us, and just for everybody to recognize us and all of us being there together and seeing that. And by the way, our star is right next to the Backstreet Boys star.
Yeah.
Right.
We are neighbors.
Strategic planning there, maybe.
Yeah.
So the tour, Nick and Knight on tour right now, kind of tell us what that's like, new versus old stuff. What can fans expect?
Well, it's a big party with our fans. I mean, we're celebrating, you know, obviously we do some some older stuff from New Kids on the Block, Backstreet Boys, you know, in our own way. And then we also perform the entire new record that we have out right now. And then we also, there's a section in the show that we do like we pay homage to like the 90s. So like we're rapping, and we're like doing some songs, and you know, but we're dancing, we're just having a great time with our fans. People are like loving it, they're surprised.
People are saying it's not a concert, it's like a big party, you know, and it's just
It's a big party, just so you can
it's
bring
a lot
your
of fun.
Bring your friends and your girlfriends and.
Well, I want to thank you guys for stopping through here. I know you're on tour, you're busy, so thank you very much. And guys, the new album, Nick and Knight, is out now. You can also check out their website, nickandknight.com, for tour info and more details. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Loved
you.
having you.